So now with our new integration, if we scroll down, you'll see a GravityView widget. So I can go ahead and grab that and drag it into my page. And the first thing I'll need to do is select a view that I want to embed here. So I can just select a view here from the dropdown. I'm going to go ahead and select my member profiles view. There we go. And you can see it loads automatically, instantly inside the editor here. So we get like a live preview of our view as we're working on it and as we're customizing it. So this is really cool. So the first thing I'll go ahead and do is just show you the view settings here. So if I open this little tab that says Customize View Settings, you can see there's a bunch of options here. And these are all of the options available in the shortcode. So the GravityView shortcode includes a bunch of different parameters where you can kind of customize different things. And now you can do that all in Elementor. So, changing the number of entries per page and filtering by date, sorting, all of that kind of stuff. So that's all, we can control all of that here. And then the really exciting stuff is in the Style tab. So if I go ahead and open that, yeah, you can see there's a lot of different options here, a lot of different tabs. And these different tabs here correspond to different areas in the view editor. So for this particular view, I'm using the list layout. And if I go to the view editor, I can kind of see what I'm talking about here. This is the view editor in the back end. And you can see there's different areas. We've got like the listing title zone and the subheading zone. And we've got this zone for the image and the other fields. And then we've got the footer area here. And all of these zones are reflected here in Elementor. And if we kind of open them up here, you can see there's a lot of different styling options for each one. So that allows us really to customize each section of the view. So the first thing I notice here is that this view doesn't look particularly great. It's just a list. We've got one member after the other. So let's make it look a little bit better. I think that the first thing we can do is open up the list entries tab here and actually change the number of entries per row. So right now the default's to 1, but we can just change that to 2 or 3 or 4, 5 even. And this is already looking better as a grid layout. So that it's just super easy now to do this kind of stuff, which is really great. So I think that looks pretty good. Maybe we'll leave it at 4. Yeah, I think that looks good. We can also ensure that entries are of an equal height to make things look nice and uniform. We also have the option to control the gap between entries. So we can kind of change this if we want to. Maybe that's a bit too much. We'll bring it down a bit. So as you can see, every little kind of detail here is editable in Elementor, which is really awesome. We have margin, we have padding controls. Yeah, so let's see. I'm not too happy with this border, so I'm going to go ahead and remove that. So I'm going to just go to the border type option here, and we'll select none, get rid of that border. We've still got a little bottom border showing up here, and this is coming from the title zone. So I'm just going to open up that tab there and set that border to none as well. So that'll get rid of all the borders. And then let's go ahead and add a little drop shadow to make it pop a bit. So I can come down here to box shadow, and I'll open that. And you can see here we have the option to really customize the box shadow as we see fit. So maybe I'll just change the blur a little bit, and we can change the spread. Whoa, that's way too much. Let's bring that down. Do something like that. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. So I'm quite happy with that. Maybe the last thing we'll do is change the link here. So I'm going to come down here to the field values, and I can go ahead and change the link color. So I can open up this. Maybe I'll make it green. That looks a bit funky. Maybe we'll go back to blue. But we also have the option here to add some styles to the link. So maybe we do a nice underline. I think that looks pretty good. And let's see, we also have the option to change the hover styles. So really, we've got a lot of different options here. So that's nice. So you can see as we hover over that link, the color changes. And what's really great about this is as you're customizing stuff in Elementor, you're seeing the preview load instantly here. So you can see exactly what it's going to look like. And this just saves you so much time. And it makes it super easy just to get the view looking exactly the way you want it, aligned with your branding and aligned with your website. Okay, cool. And then you might be wondering, what about the single entry layout? We've done the multiple entry layout. What about the single entry layout? Well, that is all customizable in Elementor as well. And I can edit that by just toggling it here, clicking the multiple entries preview, and that'll toggle to the single entry preview. So here it is. And again, we can style each zone in the editor. So we have full control over all the different aspects of the single entry. So I'll just show a couple of the different options here. Maybe I will just open the content image zone here, which is the member profile image. And we can kind of tinker with this width. We can change it here. Maybe that looks pretty good. Leave it like that. And yeah, we've got our links, which are hovering nicely. Maybe we'll change the typography. So we can open up the content description, for example. This is this area here, like the bio and the social links. And we have the option to adjust the typography, which means we can choose a new font family here. And we've got all these different options to choose from. Maybe I'll select Trebuchet, it's quite a nice one. Maybe one of the Google fonts down here. Yeah, you can see how that reflects instantly as I change it. So we've got so many different options here. We can change the font weight even. And yeah, there's a whole host of options to get things looking exactly how you want them to look.
Yeah, and for the content image zone, Casey, if you go into that,
yeah,
one of the cool things about Elementor is that you can design not just for desktop, but if you click that little icon there for the monitor, yeah, you can set different widths and stuff for different breakpoints for different mobile and tablet designs. So if you wanted to have a different width for tablet and a different width for desktop, you can do that. So anytime you see those types of icons, that's a responsive control, and you can have different settings for each one. So this makes GravityKit and GravityView like a lot easier to configure for different viewports, which is neat.
Yeah, that's a great point. Yeah, Elementor really provides so much control. And yeah, it just makes it super easy to ensure that things are exactly the way you need it.